Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. This is Grizzly True Crime, and today we need to share the crap out of this, please, to get the information out to hopefully help find Audrii Cunningham. There's an Amber Alert out for her. We're going to go over all the details right now, and I've just seen that there's a press conference coming up in the next half an hour, so we'll be watching that update together as well. So I'm going to have to power through some of this information so we can get the most information in so that you know everything and can share it before we watch that press conference. Welcome to all my moderators. Thank you so much for everything you do. Welcome to all my patrons, members, and everyone who subscribed over here, or if you're considering subscribing. Also, a very special welcome to any locals. This is a Texas-based case, and there's even some people in chat like Samantha that said she's one of my daughter's best friends from school. We are so worried for her and praying she's found safe. So welcome to all friends of Audrii, family, anyone like that. I hope that you will feel that this is a safe space, because that's absolutely what we want it to be for you. Okay, so they just said this just recently. Media briefing on the search for Audrii Cunningham. Updates on the search will be given at a press conference today at 2 p.m., which is, of course, 2 p.m. Texas time, in the Polk County Judicial Center, located at 101 West Mill Street in Livingston. Thank you so much, Alexander. And wow, 21 months. Thank you so much. So I'm going to bring up my presentation, and then I'm going to show you some clips and things, okay? So let me first do that. We're going to do this and bring this one up here so we can learn everything we need to learn right now. All right, so Audrii Cunningham is 11 years old, 4'1", approximately 75 pounds. She has blonde hair and blue eyes, and she was last seen on Thursday, February 15th of 2024. She was last seen wearing black pants, a black hoodie with white lettering, and black high-top shoes. That's important to remember as well, in case, and we hope you don't find only those items, but you never know. If you're in the area and you're like, whoa, like here's a black hoodie with white lettering that I found. You know, it could help. Make sure you call the police if you're living there as well, okay? So she also had a red, they said it's a bright red Hello Kitty backpack. I'm pretty sure you all know what Hello Kitty is, right? So a bright red Hello Kitty backpack. If you don't know, just Google it. Now, the Polk County Sheriff's Office number, if you have any information, is 936-327-6810. So please don't think that any tip is small or too small. You can't call it in. Just call it in case, all right? Now, here's a flyer that's been shared on the Find Audrii Cunningham Facebook page. So I'm showing you this as well as all the details we just went over now as well. Missing since 7 a.m. on Thursday. She was supposed to get on a school bus, and then she never made it onto a school bus. We're going to get into that. Her mother seems to be the person who really got this going online as well by saying, if anyone sees this little girl anywhere, please contact your local police immediately. Please, my baby is missing, y'all. Please help us find her. Her name is Audrii Danielle Cunningham. She's only 11. Last seen in Lake Livingston Estates 2 and 3. Please help find her. Okay? So Lake Livingston Estates in Texas, in Polk County, Texas. That's where this case takes place. So you can see there is an Amber Alert out. It was issued by the Texas Department of Public Safety. They said abducted child. You can call the number that's on there that I've just said to you as well, right? Thank you so much, Capri Corpse. I'm seeing lots of emails coming, and thank you, everyone. So please do send me information as well if you get it. So 11 years old, white with blue eyes, blonde hair, 75 pounds, 4'1" female. And we know what she was last seen wearing, as we just went over that. Police believe that she's in grave or immediate danger. If you have seen the vehicle, we're going to look at that vehicle shown above, or have any other information on her whereabouts, please call 911. So I'm going to show you the vehicle of interest and the location of interest as well, all right? So they said an Amber Alert was issued on Friday, February 15th, 2024, shortly after 6 p.m. for LISD student Audrii Cunningham. law enforcement officials are asking for, so this is important, especially if you're local. Law enforcement officials are asking for camera footage facing the roadways from any area around the scenic loop. I'll show you a map of that right after this. They've got FM 3126, FM 2457, or FM 350 South. Please save all the footage for February 15th of 2026 from 3 a.m. to the current time. Okay? So you're supposed to get on the school bus at around 7 a.m., right? Save all footage from around 3 a.m. February 15th. Oh, 2024. They type 26. 2024, current year, okay? February 15th, Thursday, 3 a.m. to current time. There's the number to call again if you have any information. All right, we're going to go over some text messages and things as well, which might give some more clues. And there has been an arrest in this case. The police keep saying there's person or persons of interest, and the arrest is very concerning. They arrested her father's roommate, and we're going to look at that in a moment. So this is what KPRC2 made, a nice little map as well, showing the scenic loop. I'll show you the map time as well, so that we can look at that as a whole area. But it's that Lake Livingston Dam area in Polk County, Texas, and they've actually put red markings on the roads where they want people to look out for any, like, look at your video footage, look at your ring cam footage. Did you see that vehicle? Did you see anything? For everyone only joining now, I am aware there's a press conference happening in the next 22 minutes, and we'll watch that together, okay? So just hang in there. And even if we watch that together and we'll see what they say, I've got the previous press conferences lined up too, if we have time to watch that too. All right. Now, her mother's name is Cassie Matthews. Her father is Joshua Cunningham. Audrey's father had custody of her, so she was living with him. Her grandmother and father's roommate was also living there. So picture it. I know you guys are visual as well. Picture it, okay? There's her dad, his mother, so her grandmother, and another guy living there, which is the father's roommate. Now that guy is a giant red flag and has been arrested, and he's got a long rap sheet, and it's extremely concerning, and it involves enticing children and endangering the safety of children and all sorts of things. So yeah, I don't know why he was trusted to babysit her sometimes and things like that, or why he was the one taking her to school that day, but he's been arrested. We'll see. And they didn't say in connection to what exactly, you know what I mean? It's like still they're keeping a lot close to the vest, okay? So just so that you know, her mom, unfortunately, lost custody of her, didn't have custody of her, but she was staying with her dad, right? Now that's important when we look at the text messages. So it's the grandmother, the father's roommate, the father, and Audrey. Now, all agencies, including the FBI and Texas Rangers, have joined the Livingston Police Department in the search for Audrey, who was last seen at her home. Also, Texas EquiSearch is there, and she was last seen at her home in the 100 block of Lakeside Drive in Livingston, Polk County, Texas, on February 15th at 7 a.m. On Friday, a search was launched in the San Jacinto County, near the Lake Livingston Dam. Investigators would not give details on why they are searching in the specific area, but they say that they are actively following leads in this case. The location of the dam is several miles away from where Audrey was last seen. All right. So, Audrey's mother describes her as a great child who is smart, fun, and caring. She says she would never just run off. She has so many opportunities ahead of her and deserves every right to reach those opportunities. She should be at home where we know she's safe and she's warm and she's fed, and she should be there with her little brother. So now we add to the picture, I think her little brother also lives there then. I'm thinking. I'm not sure if where the little brother lives, but I'm like, okay, she should be there with her little brother. She should be doing what Audrey does, smiling, laughing, making everybody else smile and laugh. She says that the police began the search for Audrey at the wood line behind her dad's house because it leads to the state park. Okay? Audrey likes to explore the woods and look at the animals, and she said the search then expanded to a dam, okay, because the man who dropped her off at the school bus said that he went there afterward. They may have found Audrey's shoe and backpack in the search area at the dam, and I see now there's more rumors that they may have found contents that could have been in the backpack, which is like notebooks and things like that. So they may have, but the police are not saying. They're keeping everything very close to the vest, right? So also pay attention to the pictures of her as I'm showing you this presentation. So they say, that's the reason why we got the effort. Lieutenant Craig Cummings said, that's the reason why we have the dogs here. That's the reason why the boats have been here. All this in an effort to find Audrii. That was from one of the previous press conferences, right? So this is the area. Now you could see the map like this, a little bit bigger. You could see where she was last seen at her home. I'll show you a closer map as well, where the search is underway, and it's this Lake Livingston area. So I took the little drive. It's a screenshot there, which I'll make bigger just now, like this. And it's approximately 4 miles away from her home. So she was on the 100 block of Lakeview Drive North, and they're searching around that Lake Livingston Dam area. All right. Now, it's very important. We're going to look at text messages that really add to the context of this case as well. I just want to quickly just show you some of these important details. So Audrii didn't make it onto a school bus that day. Neighbors usually saw her walking to the bus stop with a dog, but didn't see her that day. All agencies, as I say, FBI, Texas Rangers, X-Research, everyone's there. On Friday, a search was launched at San Jacinto County near the Lake Livingston Dam. Investigators would not give details on why they're searching the specific area, but say they are actively following leads. The location of this dam is several miles away, right? All right, so Audrii, as we know, didn't make it onto the school bus. This is a repeat of the same information with a different picture. Sorry about that. They actually called the search off at about 5 p.m. on Friday, just paused it because it was getting dark, and they are actively searching the water. Now, here is a vehicle of interest, okay? So pay attention to this. They are looking for anyone with information. If you saw this vehicle, a 2003 dark blue Chevrolet Suburban, Chevrolet Suburban in Polk County, Texas. The license plate, which I wonder if anyone's run these plates. I haven't seen that. I don't have time to do that. If you run it, let me know. Like, does it bring up anyone? Whose car is this? There's a license plate number right there in plain sight. So it's AS85063. So they are looking for any information about this vehicle. That's why they say person or persons of interest. This is officially a vehicle of interest, okay? So make sure you share this as well on social media. There are posts being made all over social media, so you could just repost them or take screenshots or whatever it is, right? Okay, so the location of interest. On Friday, the search was focused on an area near the south end of the lake. The Texas Department of Public Safety said the area was a location of interest and that leads led them there. Check your ring cams or any footage for the vehicle or any sign of Audrii on Thursday, February 15th of 2024. And again, the number is 936-327-6810. Now we're going to go into text messages of this guy. He looks absolutely terrifying. This is the father's roommate who was also staying there, who has a long rap sheet. It's terrifying too. Okay, so they said the search for the missing 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham in Polk and San Jacinto County continuing. Police a few hours ago arrested Steven McDougal for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Authorities have not released details as to if this is related to the disappearance of Audrii Cunningham. The search is to continue in the morning, just as moments ago the cold front blew in with temperatures dropping, high winds and white caps on Lake Livingston. Now look at the message on the right, and we're going to look at more of it. But he said, I'm your daughter's favorite person and she will not tell. And he was trying to make a meeting with her mom because her mom doesn't have custody of her and her dad doesn't want her to see her mom. So this guy was basically betraying his friend, Audrii's dad, and being like, I'll help you meet up with her. But then it was like a setup. I think it was his first plan, but it seems to have been messed up along the way, allegedly. I don't know what his plan was, but he's the man that's now been arrested so far, okay? So he says, she wants to meet you. I told you I'm on your team. I will do what I can. Now we're going to go over the whole string of text messages posted on the Facebook group so that you can understand the whole context there. But my goodness, what a red flag this guy is, right? Michaela Knight says they need to find this poor child. She must be terrified, right? Okay, so let's just see. Lizzie Jones says San Jacinto is Spanish, so it's pronounced Jacinto. Thank you so much. And Vivian said that belongs to Steven. He washed it leaning against it, talking to law enforcement. Interesting. I've got that clip as well, which Rose on X posted, so we'll look at that. Okay. So it is his car. Very interesting. Now, one more time. An Amber Alert was issued Friday 15th, 2024, shortly after 6 p.m. for LISD student Audrii Cunningham. Law enforcement officials are asking for camera footage facing the roadways from any area around the scenic loop. If you're local, you should know these routes, right? FM 3126, FM 2457, or FM 350 South. Please save all footage from February 15th of 2024 from 3 a.m. to the current time. There's the number to call if you have any information. All right. So we're almost there. There again is that scenic loop, as you can see. All right. So we've got that. Now, I think that's it for my presentation. Now I've got lots to show you still. So hang in there. Firstly, let me show you the map. Because the press conference is starting in 13 minutes, I'm not going to play the map time song right now. I actually just want to show you. We don't have time for this. We got to go, okay? Wait. So let's do it like this. All right. So here is around the area. Let me actually zoom out so you can see. Okay. So here's Houston, Texas. And we're going here to this Polk County area, and here's this Lake Livingston Dam. So Audrii was last seen, they say, around 7 a.m. And they even described what she was last seen wearing around the 100 block of this Lakeview Drive North area. And so to drive that, she was supposed to get on the school bus at 7. And that guy, the roommate, offered to take her to, to the bus stop that day, even though she normally walks there. Okay, so apparently he said that this is based on what her mother said to media, that he said he went to this area afterwards, which I don't know if that's why the police are searching there or what their leads are there, because they're keeping a lot of information to themselves. But this is the area around where they're searching, which is pretty scary as well. And they're sealing off the area too. They're making sure they're really keeping it safe. No people allowed into the search area and all of that. So yeah, around here, and I believe it was somewhere around here that truck was also spotted. Okay, so we've got that. Now, the press conference is coming up in the next 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes, okay, on the hour, it will come up. Then, here is chopper footage from the news. Okay, just to show you this quickly. And I'm going to show you those text messages in a moment. I just quickly want to show you some of this. You can see all the teams are out there. Searching for Audrii. Shame, man. So I'll show you more of this later if we've got some time. I just really, more importantly, want to show you right now this and then the text messages. The text messages, I think, are a giant red flag. So the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Texas, said, press release, the Polk County Sheriff's Office has issued an Amber Alert for 11-year-old Polk County resident Audrii Cunningham. Audrii was last seen near her residence at approximately 7 a.m. on February 15th, 2024 in the 100 block of Lakeside Drive in Polk County, Texas. Audrii should have caught the school bus at her neighborhood bus stop. However, school officials reported to the sheriff's office that the school bus did not pick Audrii up, nor did she report to school. At this time, Audrii's whereabouts are unknown. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is currently on scene and being assisted by the Texas Ranger Division, Department of Public Safety, Livingston Police Department, Texas State Guard, and several local fire departments, and the FBI. Audrii Cunningham is a white female with blonde hair, blue eyes. She weighs 75 pounds, is approximately 4 foot 1 inch tall. She was last seen wearing black pants, a black hoodie with white lettering, a black high top tennis shoes. She was also carrying a bright red Hello Kitty style backpack. Sheriff Lyons asked that anyone with information in this case immediately contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office. You can also call 911. And they have this little tip line here from this page, which looks like this. If you click on it, it looks like this, which is very professional. So if you are local, or I guess if you're based in the USA, or if you have a tip, click on there and submit a new tip. Okay, you can submit tips right there. I'm so sorry if I'm missing some of your comments. I just want to make sure I get through all the information before this press conference starts in 10 minutes. All right. So now to the text messages. So this group is called Find Audrii Cunningham on Facebook. And we start here with some messages between Steven McDougal, the roommate. Okay, the red flag, the one that was arrested and has a rap sheet. That one. Okay, we're starting to look at messages between him and Audrii's mother. And I believe this was from the day before she went missing. Okay, so her messages are in color, I believe. Okay, wait, I just want to make sure I've got the right ones first. Okay, we'll just follow it from the first post that they made here, right? Okay, I want to meet her too. But if this comes back on me in any way, I can lose her forever and I would kill you then myself, man. No threat, but a promise. So this was, I just want to, it feels like it's not out of order. Just hold on. Maybe we must go from here. I just want to find the correct order here. Oh, you see, he said, okay, I'll take her to school tomorrow. So just hold on. I would love to see it in the order it was posted. Discussion. Let's go there. Recent media. Yes. Okay. Conversation between Mom and Steven. Looks like there's some deleted messages in there. The entire thing looks sus. Okay. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I wasn't meaning it disrespectful, but it's something that you would want, and I can't talk about it on here. It's not something you can call me about. I did call. I just think the way you came about was extremely inappropriate and was disrespectful to not only Justin, but me as well. Now, Justin is Justin is not the dad. That's Joshua. Maybe the boyfriend. Okay, so hold on. Let's make it nice and big for you, like this. Okay, so there was an audio call. We don't know what was said there. We don't know what the video chat's saying. And then it says, what's up? I'm super effing livid, honestly, because I don't understand. And he said, why are you livid? I've never disrespected you. Your baby has been asking me about you. So she said, this all just comes across weird and wrong. And Valentine's Day is not my favorite day. So the day before, February 14th, the day before she goes missing, this guy who was arrested with a rap sheet says, the roommate, okay, who sometimes babysits her, says, your baby has been asking me about you. The mother says, this all came across weird and wrong, and Valentine's Day is not my favorite day. I lost my very first best friend on this day, and that just didn't sound right and look bad, and I don't know. And what do you mean asking you about me? What has she been asking? He says, sweetie, I'm as straightforward as it comes. If I was just talking to you to try F, I would have tried. She said, touche, I give you that. Okay. She asked me if I ever talked to you, and if you were as bad as they say you are. She says, just came off wrong, upset me. Wow, as bad as they say? What did you say? Oh, yeah. They have made it look like you're just horrible. I told her that you are doing good and are fun to hang with. And then her mother asks, when did she ask this? And he says, she asked me yesterday going to school. Okay. And then she says, I'm surprised she thought about me. She's scared to see me because of their reaction. Huh? I mean, didn't you say they kept her inside for a month after I seen her that day at Justin's mom's? So it's like her dad, I'm understanding from this, remember, we're trying to decode this together, okay? But I'm understanding that her dad does not want her to see her mom. Her mom has lost custody of her. Her dad has full custody, apparently. That's what I'm reading everywhere. And her dad doesn't want her to see the mom. So now she says, I mean, didn't you say they kept her inside for a month after I seen her that day at Justin's mom's? And he says, she does all the time. Yes, exactly. Yes, she's still not allowed outside by herself in the evening. Obviously, she's 11 years old, man. Come on, man. He's like, she can't go outside in the evening. All right. Then he said, they told her that you are in the woods. She's confused about the situation, but I told her that you are not hiding in the woods, but we talk. What is this guy trying to set up? Anyway, and then, what is wrong with him? Is he on drugs, or that effing stress that his mental has him thinking I'm going to steal her in the night, or that I live in the effing woods behind his mom's house? That's some crazy-ish. It's like they are scaring her and brainwashing her with little insane thoughts only a child would believe, so she doesn't want to know me like they make it out to be. Makes me wonder if Lucky has the beginning stages of his mom's mental problems and no-ish talking, just concerned for him in general as a person. Or tell me, is that whole effing family just all thrown off in general, acting like a effing cult or some-ish? Might not want to drink the Kool-Aid, man, if you know what I mean. And then he says, not him. I believe that he's just premeditating something, in my opinion. It's my opinion. Okay, I'm not accusing him. In my opinion, it seems like he's setting something up here. So, especially with a date. Anyway, so he says, not him. And then her mother says, not like I'm going to react upon this, because I surely won't. I want what's best for my kid, and being everything they fuel her head wouldn't be anything in my favor. And he said, like I said, I told him I talked to you. She says, but it makes me sick to my stomach that they think that's okay. She has an innocent, fragile child mind, and them warping it with chaos is not right, man. He says, well, don't, but I might take you out to the dock to fish and accidentally pull up with her to fish. She says, the one by their house? Okay. He says, really, anywhere. Now he's trying to set up a meeting. He's trying to set up a meeting with her. Yeah, the presser's in a moment. Oh, my word. 4 minutes. Let's go. Okay. So really, anyway, that's asking for trouble and setting me up for failure, says the mother. He says, not at all. Then she said, I do not in any way need to be set up to lose my child even more. Lucky would lose it if he knew. And this is what she asked you to do. He says, asked you to do. I'm your daughter's favorite person and she will not tell. Red flag. Or what y'all maybe talked about for her to see me. She wants to meet you. I told you I'm on your team. I will do what I can. She said, I want to meet her too, but if this comes back on me bad in any way, I could lose her forever and I would kill you then myself, man. No threat, but a promise. So he said, it would not. As long as no one says anything about it being set up, no one would even know. And she won't say anything to them. Then she says, there's a park down the road from my house. Would that be okay? And you and Justin would have to sit nearby and BS or pretend to do. You can listen if you need to, but for my protection as well, I couldn't be alone. He says, I mean, Justin can walk around the park and we can talk to you. She said, this whole thing scares me and that's fine. He's like, for real, he says. Why doesn't she? It's okay, we don't have to. She says, no, I want to. Just please understand that I'm as scared as she is. She's not the only one made to feel terrified about things like this, and it's sad because she's my daughter and I her mother. We should be happy and excited to get to see each other, or at least not scared to do so. Don't you see anything wrong with that, man? Please understand. But yes, I want to see her. Yes, I want to talk to her and answer any questions she has truthfully, no matter how much hurt it may hurt me. And so it goes on. Let me just see the time. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, wait. She's not the only one made to feel terrified about things like this, and it's sad because she's my daughter and I her mother. We should be happy and excited, right? So don't you see it? She deserves to know the truth on my end, and also how much I do love her, because at this point she's got to be questioning if I do or not. And he said, oh, I see the wrong with it, and I'm trying to fix what I see wrong. You are not a bad person, and she deserves the chance to know that. She said, when would you want to do this? Meet up in secret, okay? He says, you want to do it tomorrow? Oh, my word. And she said, look, it's one thing to have your say, but before we meet tomorrow at that park, I need to hear her say it herself, either in video or on the phone, that this is what she wants, is to meet me and talk to me. She doesn't have to say nothing more, nothing less, please. You don't know what I've been through, trying to have anything to do with her or the harassment from his friends and such because of the lies they've been told. I need reassurance. He said, okay, I will take her to school tomorrow. She said, after school, correct? He said, yes. What time would I need to be at the park? And can you guarantee I will hear her say it, that she wants me to be there? Yes, I'll take her to school and have you on the phone. She said, I'll not force anything on her. Seems there's been enough of that already. Okay, when do you take her to school? We're almost there, guys. Morning. Okay, so wait. Okay, I'll be awake by 6:30 or 6:40. I do love her. I pray this is no setup for more bad things to come to me when all I want is to know my child. Good night. Hope to hear from her tomorrow. Then she says, morning. He says, good morning. Okay. Hope to hear from her this morning, and please let her know that if she changed her mind, it's perfectly okay and I understand. Don't want her feeling pressured. Okay. Almost there. So I know it's going to be a thing today, but when she's ready, please let me know. You'll have a good day, man. Yes, ma'am. Later, he says, hey, have you seen Audrii? I dropped her off at the bus and she didn't get on and hasn't gotten home. Have you ever in your life, you guys? Oh, my word. Okay, so I believe these are the channels that have the live stream, so just hold on. Somewhere here. Wait. Let's just see if they've got it live. Yep. Okay. So, now we're going to watch the live press conference. I know you guys have probably not seen the previous press conferences with me. I've watched them, but they couldn't give much information, honestly. But we can watch them depending on what they say here today. Let's see what they say. Wow, we just made it. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being patient with me as we powered through all that. All right, so let's make sure we go nice full screen here. I boosted the sound, so it should be good as well. They said live stream will begin momentarily. Okay, also, let's hope they don't scare us with sound. Also, when she didn't make it onto the bus and she didn't make it to school, apparently, I've seen some other news reports say that the school sent out an alert at 1 p.m. to her dad to say, by the way, she never made it to school. But her dad only called the bus barn at around 5 p.m. and he called law enforcement at around 7 p.m. So that tells you how much he trusts this roommate to look after her. right? Now, David Way says, I say take the dogs and look. They have been doing that. They have taken the dogs and they're looking. Texas EquiSearch, Texas Rangers, the FBI, everybody's there. Everybody is there, okay? And it's in that lake area as well, which is very sad. Now, Sally says, where's this grandma? This is so sad. I also wonder, where's the grandma? How old is the grandma? What does the grandma know? When did the grandma see her? Right? Under Your Star says, don't even get me started on schools notifying absences like that at the end of the day. Grr. Right? Okay, so stand by. I do also have some other clips and things to show you, as I said. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Chronic Illness Diary says they have the suspect out at the bridge. The video's in the Facebook group. The suspect out at the bridge. Are you talking about the car? The vehicle of interest? I'm going to have a look quickly. While we wait. The press conference is a little bit late, which is good. We've got some time to talk about a few things. Wait, we want to find that one. Okay. So, breaking news. Let's just see. No. They just say breaking news, missing. Okay. No, so there's nothing on there. So we've gone over the vehicle of interest. We've also gone over the suspect, or who, not suspect. There was a person arrested, which is this dodgy roommate, which, by the way, let me show you again what this guy looks like. Oh my word. This is the vehicle of interest, a 2003 dark blue Chevrolet Suburban, Polk County, Texas. I'm saying Polk County, Texas, because that's the area. So while they defined a smaller area, well, they could have driven anyway. So if you're local and you saw this vehicle, okay, and there's a number to call. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. And actually, while we wait, let's see if I can show you something here. Wait, we're going to take this off. Okay. This is from 2007. And it shows that he's got attempted indecency with a child. Whoa, okay. Previous charges. Thank you to Grizzly Cat for helping me find this. And here as well. Look at all these enticing a child charges. That's also 2007, enticing a child. And his rap sheet, this is just a little bit that we had time to dig into. But that is very scary. Okay, now where's that press conference? All right, it's still here. I just really want to check one other channel just to see, because I know Fox 26 is also out there, and KPRC 2. So, that one? Okay. Yeah, you guys say he's so scary looking. I know, right? All right, KHO11. Let's just see what Fox 26 Houston is doing. They should be live any minute now, really. No, I don't see anything there. They say we'll begin momentarily. So, all right. So now let me quickly find the clip. This one. So Rose posted this and says, someone caught a clip of Don Steven McDougal, that roommate, while he was talking with investigators yesterday. This man looks all tweaked out, not sure who in their right mind would let him anywhere near a child. She's still missing. All right. I don't think there's any sound to this. But yeah, there's, is that the vehicle? It looks like it. My goodness, but look at him, look at him. Ooh, what a scary guy. Okay, let's quickly look here at the latest while we wait for the press conference. We've looked at the vehicle of interest. Thank you to everyone who's sharing my stream. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, they also say for East Texans, if you saw this vehicle near Lake Livingston, near the Trinity River, Long King Creek, any boat tram.
And I'm from Crockett, Texas. I do a little bit of independent journalism there in Crockett, Texas. I run a pretty decent-sized Facebook page there.
I don't know what's going on there. They momentarily played something. And what was it? Show us the presser. Let's just see. It doesn't even say presser. Yeah, live. Audrii Cunningham update Texas DPS search. Now, if anyone's wondering, what are we waiting for? We are, in fact, waiting for this press conference. They said will be happening shortly. They said media briefing on the search for Audrii Cunningham. Updates on the search will be given at a press conference at 2 p.m. at the Polk County Judicial Center. So I've got the sound going here, so we'll hear it when it comes on. This is, again, the area where it's all happening. This is where she went missing from. And where they're looking is around this area here. My goodness. Okay. We've looked at that one. Could submit tips there. We've looked at these horrible, oh my goodness, these text messages. Isn't it so hectic what he said? Don't you think that's so scary? Okay, let's see this clip quickly.
She loves everybody. She loves everything. She's smart. She's fun. She's caring.
This is her mom.
Not a single person could say anything bad about her. She's not a bad child. She has so many opportunities ahead of her, and she deserves every right to be able to reach those opportunities. And she's such a great child.
Shame, that's her mom. Okay. These are the previous press conferences. And as I say, pretty much the details we went over, they went over. And the second press conference they had, they couldn't really share too much. So while we wait for this, I'm actually going to bring it to the screen so I'll monitor when it comes back on. Let's watch this clip here.
To another officer, then gives it to the dog to smell. Then the dog leaves that officer.
Here we go.
Searching near the dam. Rilwan, tell us what's going on.
When I say here we go, this is just a clip I want to show you. This is not the press conference yet. We're waiting for it. As soon as it comes on, I'll move it over and we'll watch it.
Bill, look, we're about 2 miles away from where Audrii was last seen, here in front near the dam itself. There, multiple law enforcement agencies have been out here for hours. You can see a lot of personnel right now walking. We got here around 11 o'clock and noticed them actively searching around this area. But I want to tell you another part of this story, this whole thing. It's part of the role the community has been playing. Take a look at this. All of the cars parked around here. There are plenty more hours ago. All of them waiting for hours, trying to get some information as to what is going on and trying to, many of them tell me, be a part of this search. They want to get out of their car and look for that 11-year-old girl there. Now, another part of all of this, take a look. Once we got on scene, this is something we noticed ourselves this morning. You can see an officer hands over a bag to another officer, then gives it to the dog to smell. Then the dog leaves that officer forward. We are told that is something, a part of this investigation itself. Investigators tell us they're here following up on a lead, but wouldn't share any more details beyond this. Authorities confirming with us tonight that 11-year-old, or this afternoon rather, 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham never made it to school yesterday, and an alert system notification was sent to family members about it. But investigators today say family grew concerned when she did not get home yesterday afternoon, calling police, leading to the Amber Alerts. The spokesperson for DPS said it is all hands on deck for finding 11-year-old Audrii.
We're actively following leads, and so that's exactly what we're doing here now. We've got boats that are in the water, and we've also got dogs that are down there as well. Our hope is that with all the equipment that we're bringing in here, that we can bring her home safely.
Okay, I'm just waiting for that press conference. Some of you are saying Grizzly's Hood News is there. I believe so. I just can't see that she's live right now. Grizzly. Mine is Grizzly True Crime. Some people think we're the same person. Rexy, thank you for being a member for 18 months. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope you'll go back and see the presentation with all the bullet points and the details. We're just waiting to see what is happening. Oh, okay. I see she was live 8 minutes ago or so, but then ended the live stream. So we'll just be waiting patiently for this press conference to begin. While we do, let's finish watching this clip.
Now, we also know the FBI is assisting in the search for 11-year-old Audrii. I did speak with her family members this morning. They did not want to go on camera, but they did say they were grateful to everyone participating in this search, including those family members, or rather neighbors, who say they want to do more. Coming up at 4, hear from some of those neighbors who say they wish they can get out here to be more proactive.
And I believe the neighbors are helping, the community is helping, but of course the police say there's a certain area that they don't want them in. They are keeping that secure, like they should have in Delphi, right? Okay, so this is the vehicle of interest, as I said before. I'm just checking. While we're waiting for the press conference, I'm just checking if there's anything else. So, my word, here's this guy. Who is Steven McDougal Livingston? This Steven McDougal guy. I don't know if I trust the source though. I don't think so. So let's find some more clips. Where are those other clips that I had for you?
David, this is the stuff that you see on TV, and you wonder, you can only imagine what the family and the parents are going through, and there's not words for it.
Through tears, Cassie Matthews, the mother of 11-year-old Audrii, pleaded for help finding her missing daughter tonight.
She was allegedly dropped off at her bus stop And later on, we come to learn that she never even made it on the bus.
Just hours before, investigators were playing things close to the vest, letting on that they know more than they're willing to tell the public right now.
And I can understand the public's concern that we're not giving out a lot of information, but the end here is to find Audrii and bring her home.
They haven't said if they've found any sort of evidence in the area they spent searching Friday night near Lake Livingston. And despite the rumors in this small town, they won't say if there is a suspect connected to the girl's disappearance. Audrii's mother says her daughter was living with her father, who has custody, as well as her grandmother and another man. Family members tell us that other man would drive Audrii to the bus stop each morning before school. No one at the family's home would speak with us tonight. Meanwhile,
would he though? Because neighbors said they saw her walking to the bus stop. Did that man really drive her to the bus stop each morning, or did he offer on that morning? I don't know, man.
C. Matthews says she's devastated.
You feel it's a roller coaster. You're broken. You're mad. You're lost. You're empty. And right now, I am empty. And I'm not gonna be the same unless my baby is returned to me. And neither is her family, anyone in her family, any of us.
Shame. Okay, so there's another group here. Find Audrii Cunningham from Livingston, Texas. That's a different one from the group I showed you before. And they say they have him out of the police car at the Trinity River Bridge at 59. Oh my word. Jules of all trades, true crime, welcome. You said, thanks for covering this, Grizzly. I used to own land in this area off the lake. The unsafe feeling is why I don't anymore. Oh my word. And you said, poor baby girl, yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for your message as well. And welcome to any content creators that I have missed that are in the chat. Thank you so much for being here as we share as much information as possible about this Amber Alert for 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham, who's gone missing since Thursday, February 15th, around 7 a.m., okay? This is a picture of her as well. So they say they have him out of the police car at the Trinity River Bridge. So where the heck is that? Trinity River Bridge? Trinity River Bridge. Can we see that? Let's look. Oh my. What? Guys, if you're local, where the heck is the Trinity River Bridge? Here? Now, who do they have? Because they've got some other guy arrested already. So who do they have? Right? Okay, wait. Is the press conference starting? No. I'm like, oh my word. Still got to monitor that, sorry. Breathe. Okay, that if whoever they've got there, I wonder who they've got there, because they say they have him. Who do they have? What? Okay, stand by. We're looking at a few more things. Let's see what Grizzly's Hood News said. Just put this over here quickly. I'm monitoring as well to see when the press conference starts. They still just say we'll begin momentarily. Okay, so I want to hear what
towards 59.
Were you there to volunteer, or you were just over there just...
Yeah, okay. Let's make sure we boost it.
Towards 59.
Were you there to volunteer, or you were just over there just to find her?
I'm nosy. That's what it is. I mean, I kind of do.
I'm getting you live without your face.
You're fine. Okay. I kind of do the same thing that you do in Houston County in Crockett. My following's not near as big. My following's about 11,000. Yeah, because this is because I mean I'm in rural, so I mean I have 11,000 or so.
Okay, so just so you know, we're watching Grizzly's, not Grizzly's, Grizzly's Hood News. She's live. She was live. Okay, for 8 minutes, talking to someone who says they've got him there at that Trinity, what was it called? Sorry, hold on. Trinity River Bridge. Okay, I don't want to get it wrong. And Ali B from Tennessee said they may have taken him out of custody to the scene. Oh my goodness, imagine that. Okay, let's listen to this.
So followers in our county of just under 25,000 people. So I do the same thing.
Can you state to the people like right now what you saw?
So what I come across was I pulled into the public boat ramp down on 59 at the Trinity River, and there was no vehicles there except what I assumed to be EquiSearch. And as we were pulling out, DPS officers and sheriff's deputies pulled in. They parked. They got the suspect or whatever, McDougal out of the vehicle, and they walked towards the river. At that point, a police officer that was in the DPS car came over to us and asked us to move out of the way. At that point, we moved out of the way. We managed to get one short video, and then we went back up towards 59 on the boat ramp driveway, I guess. I'm not real familiar with what the terminology is on that.
Okay.
And then we sat there for a few minutes. I managed to get just a couple small, not very good quality pictures, and then they all left, and then I lost them whenever they got back on 59.
Oh man, I don't know what the update's going to be with this press conference, but sometimes when there's developments like this, yeah, there could be delays. We don't know what they're doing out there, all the way out there, the Trinity River Bridge, out on 59, Highway 59, as you guys say, Highway 59 at Trinity River. Thank you, Lost in Space. Also, you can see that Grizzly's Hood News is literally boots on the ground. Boots on the ground out there. Okay, and talking to people who maybe saw people out there.
Head towards Livingston.
So y'all saw him bald-headed, man.
We did see him bald-headed.
Wait, what was he wearing? Like orange?
He was wearing stripes.
Stripes.
Yeah,
Okay,
he was wearing stripes and shorts.
Okay, stripes and shorts.
Yeah,
okay.
but we did see him, and I mean we didn't realize that anything was going to happen at that point down there because there was nothing. There was nobody there. There wasn't a single person there that looked like they were doing anything, and we just happened to be at that location. I mean, we see what he was doing. We couldn't see what he was doing. They had a vehicle blocking where he was at, and then we were probably at that point an eighth of a mile away from where they got him out of the vehicle because we didn't want to be in the way.
Can you say your name?
My name's Miguel Benavides.
Okay, and you're kind of an independent.
I'm kind of an independent journalist.
Oh, so I can put you out here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine. You
Hey,
can
we got a Hood News peep that just saw McDougal off of the side of 59 over the Trinity River Bridge, and he saw the inmate, in shackles, pointing out towards something. We don't know yet, you guys.
Yeah, that's what happened. They asked us to move, so we got out of the way. That way, we weren't in the middle of anything that was happening at that point. We wanted to make sure that we.
Oh my! People are saying in the chat this, which I'm going to say could be speculation. We don't know. I'm just reading a comment here from, and thank you for the information. Daniel Billing says the suspect has shown the police the area he was at, and he pointed out to the water. My goodness. Okay.
We were out of the way because I know like how the First Amendment stuff goes. You're free to video and all that stuff, as you see fit, as long as you don't interfere with any kind of investigation. And they were down there for less than 5 minutes, and then after that point, they all got back into the vehicles and headed back up towards 59 to come back towards Livingston, and at that we lost them.
Man, thank you so much for sharing
absolutely,
that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Hood News peeps, we're right here in front of the Polk County Judicial Building. We heard from Miguel, and he runs a page too. I'm gonna plug him in right now too. But we're here in front of the Polk County Judicial Center. We have better signal here, so thank goodness nothing's gonna cut off. Hi. Nothing's gonna cut off, and we're just hoping to get more information about what's going on out here. What new developments? Stay tuned, friends. I'll be going back live. I just wanted to share somebody's account, of what they saw right now. As far as McDougal, and so we were able to talk to a Hood News peep. Let me go, friends. We're gonna go live back again, okay?
I'm just checking here. Lewis, could you email me that? Could you go on Google Maps and just email me the link so I can just double check that what I plugged in here? I put in those coordinates. It's south of Lake Livingston Dam, is it? It says Shepherd Independent School District. Is that what we're looking for? Okay. So thank you for the coordinates. Let's just hear what else they say here.
Hold on.
Excuse me,
Oh, sorry.
grab this mic real quick.
Hold on, friends. Let me mic up real quick. Hold on, friends. Hold on.
I'm like, okay. So will there be questions? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just have you say and spell your first and last name for us.
Okay, my name is Miguel. It's Miguel, and the last name is Benavides. It's Benavides, and I'm from Crockett, Texas. I do a little bit of independent journalism there in Crockett, Texas. I run a pretty decent-sized Facebook page there, and we do follow some news sources kind of randomly. This one here is relatively close to home. I think I drove a little over an hour to get here from Crockett. So we got here not really knowing where anything was going on or where anything was happening, and we ended up at the Trinity River on 59, and there wasn't anybody there. And so as we were turning around, the only thing that we did see was a Jeep that looked like they were dropping like a flat bottom boat into the river, which I assume would be like EquiSearch or maybe some other independent people that were searching. And
I just want to quickly show you guys. Thank you to Lewis for those coordinates. I think it's this now. This does say Trinity River, and here's 59. So it's not where I was showing you up there, even though that was called Trinity River Bridge. In the USA, sometimes there's 2 of each, 2 or 3. Thank you so much, Jules. Is this correct, Jules? Thank you to Lewis for sending the coordinates. So it says Shepherd Independent School District. And there's apparently, if we look over here, somebody's, Jules in the Mountains posted this and said, Audrii Cunningham, this banner is running across the feed, Polk County Feeds, Broadcastify, and it says, Killer confesses to the murder of Audrii Cunningham. Recovery continues. Pray for the family. Oh no. Okay, thank you, Jules. So apparently they've got they're saying McDougal, which is the name of the father's roommate, with their rap sheet, the red flag, that they've got him out here. He was arrested on February 16th, I think it was. Now they've got him out here and he's pointing at the water. And there's a feed, which if someone has the link to this feed, please send it to me, grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com. Okay? So over here, Polk County Feeds, if you can. Under the time pressure, sometimes it's hard. I start scrambling because I've got like 20 things open. So if you can send me the link to this, maybe we could look at it. But, wow, that's apparently running across there. So that's scary. We shall see. I'm going to continue playing Grizzly's Hood News here to hear what this guy says. But now we can see the location. It says public boat ramp. And that guy said that he dropped off at the school bus station, bus stop, whatever. And then afterwards, he went to a boat ramp. But they were looking around here. Now they've got this guy out here. My goodness, which is 8.1 miles further south. Okay, so if we actually plug this into our original map here, not that one. Okay, there we go. Wow. Okay, so it would be a total of like 20 miles from her home. My word. Okay, so let's just continue to play this.
And we just weren't real sure. And so we were actually starting to head out. And then DPS officers, a sheriff's deputy, I believe in an SUV and maybe a couple other vehicles had pulled in, and we stopped just to kind of see what was going on at that point. And then we watched them get McDougal out of the vehicle. He was in stripes, shorts, and boots, and got a very, very short video that we have posted onto the search group, the Audrii search group. And the officer that was in the passenger seat of the DPS vehicle asked us to move out of the way. So at that point, we moved out of the way, but we got far enough where we weren't in the middle of anything or interfered with anything. And we sat there, got a picture from kind of the back of the car, and then after just a couple minutes of them having him out of the vehicle, they got back into their vehicles, and then they left, and we pulled out a little ways behind them, but we lost him in traffic coming back towards Livingston.
He was in shackles? I'm talking about on his wrist?
I couldn't get that big of that close, where I could see. I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything, so I wasn't paying that much attention, but I mean, I did see what was the guy.
As a story that's impacting not only this community, but across the area, how important is it for you to just stay on top of this and follow this and hope for a positive end result?
Well, you don't really realize the things that affect the people until it affects you very close to home. Now, I'm not from Polk County, but I am from not far from Polk County. So this is probably one of the biggest news stories that this area here has had in a while.
Definitely a sad. I'm just sad with an understatement of how this feels for you right now.
Yes, absolutely. It's very sad.
Could you guys please send me emails, to grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com with whatever you're trying to put on X. It's hard for me to find. There's lots of notifications, lots of things. I'm going to go squint soon. I'm just like, wait, what? So please send it to me on email. Then it's easier for me to just work through them like that.
Situation. I mean, I have 7 nieces and nephews. I couldn't imagine what the family's going through, and then all the things that aren't answered at this point. And somebody out there knows something. Absolutely, somebody out there in the world knows something.
What do you believe they were out there doing with him? Questioning him?
I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but I would what I would think is maybe maybe he is finally ready to talk. If he is the actual guilty party, maybe he's ready at that point to say exactly what it is that's going on. Where maybe he said hey, this is where something's happened or whatever. But I can't make those assumptions for him. I can't answer that for them. So,
Miguel?
It's Miguel Benavides.
Thank you, Miguel.
Thank you.
Hey, can I get your name again?
Yeah, it's Miguel. It's M-I-G-U.
All right, that's Miguel. That's a Hood News Pete, man. He called me, and I got angry because I'm getting all these calls from people. But what was happening is that people were seeing McDougal on the freeway, on the side of 59 bridge over Trinity River, and they were seeing him, with officials out there. So yeah, friends, let me be right back. I gotta charge one of my pieces of.
Okay, so thank you to Grizzly's Hood News for that. Otherwise, we wouldn't know what the heck is going on here. Let's just refresh this quickly just to see. Wow, thank you all for being here. This is a sad turn of events. They say the coroner, some people are reporting, locals are saying the coroner's gone out there now. And Eric Jasper said he's going to say he let her skip school, took her fishing, she fell out of the boat, drowned, he panicked and left. I wouldn't put it past him. What a guy. Here's another picture of him. The guy that was arrested, the guy that's associated with that car, the vehicle of interest. So they haven't officially said that he's the suspect. By the way, if you guys are waiting for the press conference, so am I, and I think it's just starting now.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3.
Here we go.
Good afternoon. I appreciate your patience and everybody coming here today. My name is Lieutenant Craig Cummings, CRAIG CUMMINGS, a spokesperson with Texas Department of Public Safety, and today we're here to provide updates on the search for Audrii Cunningham, the 11-year-old who went missing on Thursday. I'm here joined by the Polk County District Attorney Shelley Sitton, as well as members of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Lieutenant Craig Finnegan, and I also want to make the mention that we have countless investigators and analysts that are out here assisting as well in multiple locations throughout the county and throughout the area looking for Audrii. Sheriff Lyons was not able to be here this afternoon, but I want to reiterate he is actively engaged in marshaling the resources that are needed to bring Audrii home. He did ask me to thank all the volunteers who have been so helpful during this, all the businesses that have been just nothing but exceptional. The dive teams, it's cold out here, all the investigators, the Texas Rangers, the FBI, also the FBI as victim specialists who have been with the family. Also want to thank the District Attorney's Office and EquiSearch as well, who is out here. I could say last night that investigators searched several locations throughout the area looking for Audrii. Unfortunately, they did not find her. That's the reason why the search continues this morning. This investigation is very fluid. However, I can say that we ended up identifying a backpack yesterday at the dam that is consistent with that belonging to a child. And so we are going through those contents right now to evaluate what's in that. And although I mentioned yesterday we have persons of interest, today I want to announce that we have one main person that we are looking at right now as a person of interest, and that is Don Steven McDougal, 42 of Livingston. He was arrested yesterday for an unrelated aggravated assault charge. In furtherance of this investigation, we're asking for the public to call the Polk County Sheriff's Office or use our iWatch Texas app to report seeing the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban that we put out on X this morning. That is McDougal's vehicle, so anyone that saw that vehicle on Thursday or Friday, we're asking that you call the Polk County Sheriff's Office, use the iWatch Texas app, and report what you saw to investigators. I also want to announce that we are very thankful for the Polk County Crime Stoppers for offering a $7,000 reward for tips leading to the arrest and prosecution of the person responsible for Audrey's disappearance. And these tips can be anonymous. I also want to say that we are hopeful that we can bring Audrey home alive, and that's what we are absolutely working for right now. But based on the evidence that we've got, we understand that foul play is a factor as well. So with that, I open it up for questions.
Lieutenant, why was McDougal taken to the 59th bridge at the Trinity River?
That's part of the ongoing investigation right now. Our investigators remain absolutely committed to finding Audrey, and so I don't want to get into those investigative efforts, but they're absolutely ongoing.
And so we have Tim's over at the
Water or on land?
I'm not sure where it was found. Our investigators are looking through that now, but we do know it was right down there in the dam and it was wet.
You mentioned that you all found it near the dam. About the area by the marina, how closely related is that to the search site over by the Trinity River?
So where we did the press conference yesterday, the bag was found down there by the river there.
Any additional evidence found along the Trinity River 59 that you might be able to mention?
We're not giving out additional information on that right now. Again, we are looking at this as a criminal investigation as well. And so we have to protect the integrity of that. And again, I want to reiterate, our sincere hope is that we bring Audrey home. So anyone who has information, who has seen that vehicle, the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban, please call investigators and give us your information.
Is McDougal cooperating with you all?
I would say that there are times, but I don't want to get farther into that right now. Our investigators have done a great job in doing what they do best, which is uncovering the facts that leading them to draw conclusions, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Do you all have control of that vehicle right now, or is it still out in the wind?
No, we have control of it.
Is McDougal still in custody?
Yes. Yeah, he was arrested last night on the unrelated aggravated assault charge.
And on a more, I guess, personal level, the scale of something like this has to be a tough one for law enforcement, for the community. Talk a little bit about how you all are holding up and how you guys are using this loss to kind of push you forward in this work.
You know, I think that brings up a great point. Everybody is committed. They realize that Audrey was loved by so many folks, and that is the driving force for us to get answers to bring her home. But it certainly resonates through the law enforcement community. Many of us have kids on how this can happen. And so we are working exceptionally hard. Investigators from many agencies that are out here and nonprofits that are out here to bring Audrey home.
Can you shed any light on the timeline between the time that the father was notified that she was not in school and the report was actually made that she was missing?
We can say about 5:30 on Thursday is when she was reported missing. I don't want to get any further details than that. I want to protect this investigation so that our investigators can do what they do best.
Does it still hold true that she never made it to school or got on the bus?
Right. Yeah. She did not make it to school. That was the reason why the father, the family became very concerned when she did not get off the bus.
Sir, it's going to start getting darker in a few more hours. Until what time are you guys going to be actively searching for Audrey?
We were actively searching throughout the night last night, and so I would surmise that if the evidence is driving us that far, the investigators that we've got are dogged. They are absolutely committed to finding Audrey, and so if there's a reason to be out here at night, that's exactly what they're going to be doing.
Were there any other items other than the backpack found?
There were other items that were found, but we're not getting into what those items were. That's all part of the investigative effort that we've got ongoing right now. All right, with that.
You mentioned your investigation is leading to a possible foul play. Can you expand on that a little bit?
I don't want to get any farther than that. That's certainly, we're looking at all factors. And so our primary focus and hope is that we bring Audrey safely home, but we also realize that foul play may be a factor. So we're just considering that in light of the Crime Stoppers reward. So that's where we're at right now. But I want to thank everybody for being here. We will continue to provide updates on X. If more information becomes available, we'll certainly hold another press conference to keep the public and y'all informed. Again, thank you for being here.
Okay, so I hope that you guys could hear that clearly. It was mostly in my one ear. I boosted as much as possible as well. So what they said was they searched several locations. The investigation is fluid. There's a $7,000 reward that they talked about. They did identify a backpack at that dam area, which was where they were initially searching. Around here. Around this area. So they say they found a backpack that they believe was a child's backpack. I would assume they also believe it's her backpack. And there's some items recovered in that backpack, which they don't want to get into now. I have seen some of that floating around on social media, and some people have sent me pictures of that. I believe that Chronicles of Olivia, another content creator's, got some pictures somewhere of that. I'm not sure if it's on her Facebook or her TikTok or her YouTube. I haven't checked that. But it looked like notebooks and things, and one of the notebooks had a page that said send help, which, that looks scary. They said that they found the backpack near the dam and it was wet. And she was reported missing around 5:30 p.m. on Thursday. They didn't want to say more about that. And shame. He said Audrii was loved by so many folks. That past tense, I know all of us here, so many people here was like, oh my word, you just said was. Now the thing is, of course, based on the information we just learned from Miguel, who's also here in chat, thank you so much for being here. Miguel Cervantes said, Audrii is my wife's grandniece. No BS. Miguel, were you on Grizzly's, were you there talking to the media earlier? Are we talking about the same person? I'm so sorry about all of this that's happening. This must be absolutely terrifying for Audrii's family and friends. Also to not now have any, information. They kept it quite vague, especially with this update. As Jules said, I think the police are probably surprised of how quickly things happen on social media these days when they got asked the question about this Trinity Bridge area on this Highway 59. Right? Is it here? What? Why is it going there now? Anyway, around here where we looked earlier. So when he was asked that, it seemed like it made him quite uncomfortable, right? But it's already out there. So the thing is, they first have to notify the family if they know anything, if the guy confessed anything, and even if the guy, who's the roommate that we looked at earlier, if he confessed anything now, or if he, whatever he's doing, that all takes time. There's all types of procedures that need to be followed to do it correctly, because of course, if they're going to prosecute this, which the district attorney's been on the scene at the search area this whole time, they have to do it right. Okay, they can't mess it up. So yeah, I think they're still keeping a lot of details close to the vest. It sounds so sad and so scary. This poor little 11-year-old girl. Look at her. She was just going to school that day. That's all she wanted, was just to go to school. Normal Thursday, ready for the weekend coming up. My goodness. So we don't know yet. We don't know anything like what happened to her yet, but it's not sounding very good, is it? So I just want to show you this in case you guys missed it. Maybe you guys still have tips to call in or something. This is Audrii Cunningham. She's 11 years old, 4'1", 75 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen on Thursday, February 15th of 2024, and she was seen wearing black pants, a black hoodie with white lettering and black high-top shoes. Now, the guy that they're talking about, the roommate, in case you missed it earlier, is apparently this is his vehicle, I think, or is connected to this vehicle. We saw him standing next to it. This is a vehicle of interest that the police named, saying it is a dark blue 2003 Chevy Suburban. So there's that, and then they also named an area of interest, which they've been looking at, a location of interest. So they're looking for all those ring cams, which still it applies, okay? When they say check your ring cams around that area, now we can even see that area, right? This Shepherd Independent Schools. It's this Trinity Bridge on this Highway 59 type area. Earlier I had the location down. Why is it like a little bit different now? Wait, there we go. Okay, I'll show it again. There, anywhere, now that we know more precisely a route, even better to check your ring cams if you're in the area. Check any footage you have. Maybe you're making a TikTok. Maybe you're filming something. Maybe you've got dash cam footage. We know there's power in sharing on social media and reaching lots of people, and maybe someone, like in Gabby Petito's case, helps. They can really crack the case, really help. Like say, oh my word, like I actually have this ring cam up, and they can maybe, help the investigation. Pinche, Becky0F's Given says, gee, thanks for pointing the light on these dark cases involving children. At times it's overwhelming, but we are here for the victims. Yes, we are. And with this, as we saw with Charlotte, actually don't want to say her name. She's been recovered. There was a abduction that happened that we recently looked at in the last few months. Remember that guy that was arrested? That was scary, but everyone started losing hope, and no, never lose hope. And even here, the sheriff is not losing hope. He did either use past tense. It sounds very sad, and one has to prepare for the worst. But you never know. Never lose hope. So Valerie Logan, thank you so much. You said, love the work you do. Thanks for all your hard work and giving us true facts. My heart is with this beautiful girl's family. Yes, and how sad. It almost reminds me, in no other way except this, okay, so don't take this out of context. But her mom losing custody of her, I'm not 100% sure why. I see people speculating on social media. I'm not going to because it's pure speculation. She apparently lost custody of her, okay? So for her dad to have custody of her and then to trust this guy with her and all of this, like, oh my goodness. It's so rare that it actually is stranger danger, like that case we saw before. It's someone that they knew. This is someone right there. So her dad was being so protective of her and being like, let the mother never come here. The mother can't be near her. She can't see her mother. Okay, but like right under your nose is the worst man possible from what we can hear so far, allegedly. He's innocent or proven guilty. We don't know if he's even been charged with anything to do with this case, but he's the guy arrested. He looks pretty damn dodgy, and he's got a long rap sheet of enticing a minor, endangering a minor, assault with a weapon, all kinds of things. It's frightening. And there's people on Facebook saying that they know this guy, that he tried to SA them when they were 10 years old, walked into their room and like grabbed them off the bed and tried to do that, and they ran away, and all sorts of things. All these stories are coming out. So another reason to show his face. If you have any information about this man, if you have encountered him, if you know him, even if it was a long time ago when you were a kid or whatever it is, please tell the police about it, because it can help build their case, right? Yeah, if this is the guy, if he did anything to Audrii, yeah, please provide information. You just never know how much it can help. So this is the father's roommate. So I don't know why he was living there as well. It was Audrii's grandmother, father, and this guy living in the house. And I don't know where her little brother is living, but this guy, my goodness. And him saying to her mother, I'm your daughter's favorite person and she will not tell. He was literally, the day before, on Valentine's Day, trying to set up kind of an alibi. I'm going to call it alibi talk, even though it's allegedly. There's, okay, all the disclaimers. It seems to me like a typical perp alibi setup where he's like telling the mom, hey, I can bring her to a park or just anywhere, really. You meet up with us and then you can see her. I'm pretty sure he was going to try and pin this on the mom. But how terrifying. I don't know what happened in the meantime, but how terrifying, right? Linda Wolf says, know something, say something. So, yeah, this guy was arrested on today is February 17th. So I think he was arrested yesterday already, which is pretty damn soon. Yeah, the police arrested him pretty quickly, right? I'm just checking what you guys are saying as well. Tamara says they tried to warn the mother he was a dangerous man, no business near a child. And the thing is, what can the mother do if she lost custody? If she was trying to just meet up with her daughter and the dad was like, no, she can't be anywhere near and all of that. So shame. Oh my goodness. So this guy is saying, I'm your daughter's favorite person and she will not tell. And he said, she wants to meet you. I told you, I'm on your team. I will do what I can. The day before she goes missing, that very next morning, she's last seen around 7. I also wonder who last saw her around 7. Is it this guy that says that? Or what's the timeline really? Because they're asking for camera footage from around 3 a.m. Okay? My goodness. Nicholas said, I guess the dad wanted to keep the mother away for a good reason. I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Interesting. Anyway, okay, yeah. So Renata says, was loved, very telling. So yes, they said they will do more press conferences in the future and update us also on X. So let's just quickly have a look at the latest on X. I think at this point I've shared the most information I possibly can without having watched the previous press conferences, which are out there, but what I shared in my presentation is what they shared on there. So I just want to see, they said we're about to get an update. So the latest, yeah, she's not been found yet. That's what they say. They're still asking for any sightings of the vehicle in the last 2 days. Interesting. All right. So, my goodness, this guy is absolutely terrifying looking. Look at this guy, my word. So one more time, law enforcement are asking for camera footage facing the roadways from any area around the scenic loop. Save all footage for February 15th of 2024 from 3 a.m. to the current time. And then they showed this little map as well. All right, so it's around, just trying to find the scenic loop here myself. Scenic loop, oh, it's like all around, it's all around this area that we've looked at before. So if I take this off quickly, shame. Just like these cases, oh my goodness, how sad. So it's all around this area, but now that we know this other area, I guess here on social media, we can expand to that. I'm sure eventually they're going to also say that, but if you have any camera footage along this route here, could help as well. So I will link the previous press conferences for you in the description box. Here is one of them as well. That was the very early stages of this investigation. It was on February 16th, so yesterday. There were 2 so far. The second one, they barely shared anything that we could really talk about. So unfortunately, this is the guy that they arrested. I've shown you before, some of his previous charges, like enticing a child and attempted assault on a child and things like that. And if I just quickly go back to this group, I just want to make sure, before we go, let's just refresh this and just make sure. Nope, that's still the one from yesterday. Beautiful pictures here of Audrii. Shame. My word, okay. So I want to just quickly go. Where's that Facebook group now? Is it here? Not Grizzlies. Thank you, Grizzlies Hood News, for also keeping us updated. Okay, hold on. Just trying to find those text messages and things. Oh yeah, here. Let's just refresh this one before we go. And just see what they say. Okay, they're not saying anything here. Sure. So that was the latest they posted. Here as well, her mom said, last night he messaged me trying to convince me to come along with my fiance to a park around the corner from my home to meet up with him and see my daughter. He insisted Audrii didn't like my fiance and she doesn't even know him. Like, he was trying to get this mother out there by herself as well. That's also, like, really scary. I mean, what the hell was his plan? Red flags are flying high to me at this point, but I play along with the idea in hopes to get my daughter in my sight and hands after school so that I could call her father myself to come and get her from this man. I was only trying to keep her father from pressing false charges or giving me further backlash or my daughter further backlash for being around me. He talks about all the chaos they put my daughter through at that home, and he isn't the only mouth I've heard these things from. Well, he tells me that he is taking her to school this morning and then coming to me with her after school. I realized that wasn't the case, and our message, I guess, today isn't going to happen. And have a good day. While my fiance tried to contact her father directly due to me being blocked from all ways of communication with him to let him know something wasn't right about Steven and the whole situation. Oh my goodness, okay. Hasina, it's nice to see you. You said thank you for doing live coverage and spreading awareness. We pray Audrii is found. Absolutely, yes. So let's just see what else they say here. So they said at 7 p.m. Wait, what? There must have been a message before this. Oh, no. Okay. At 7 p.m., her father's mother, that's the grandmother, right? Goes to my fiance's, this is her mother typing this on social media, okay? Okay. At 7 p.m., her father's mother goes to my fiance's mother's home in the same neighborhood as they live, claiming she's missing and never got off the bus. Her father received a message from the school at 1 today saying that she wasn't at school, and he didn't even attempt to contact the bus barn until 5 p.m. They didn't contact the law enforcement until 7 p.m. How do you not notice your 11-year-old daughter hasn't made it home from the bus stop for 3 to 4 hours? Steven said, that's the roommate, he was taking her to school. Then when she came up missing, he all of a sudden was taking her to the bus stop? Things don't add up. And why did he push so hard to try to get me to meet him alone? I need answers, and I need my baby to come home. This man clearly knows what's going on or where my baby is, and I know it in the pit of my stomach. Mother's instinct, right? Oh my word. So True Crime Shining Light says the dad didn't have custody, the grandma did, and mom was on drugs. The dad didn't have custody? The grandma did? So then how can the dad be living there? And who the heck is that roommate? Right? So Farming Girl 42 said all the mother would have to do would have been notify the police that a sex offender was living in the home with the children. Oh, wow. And Alyssa Henry says, a group I work with for finding missing has gotten some info. Can't give more than what this presser said, but we have other info, so they are looking for her to confirm. Oh, man. Okay. Lastly, let's see what they say. Last night he messaged me. Okay, we saw that. Okay, so I think we've seen pretty much everything that we can see right now. I'll put some links in the description box for you. I'll link all the sources like Grizzly's Hood News and all these other pages we visited. The map time I'll put in there for you as well if you want to see that. But I think everything else we've seen so far that we can see at this moment. So thank you so much everyone for being here. That's definitely not... I didn't know this, until right before the live. Wow, there's going to be a press conference and I was so hoping for good news. Okay, we found her or whatever it is. Like, oh man. But right now, it's still sounding like they can't say too much. And unfortunately, it's sounding very sad. So let's make sure we leave some kind comments for the family and friends of Audrii, because they're going to need our support right now, okay? So Robin said, read the next message. So just hold on one second. You said, read the next message. I think there's... Oh, okay. I've read them all that's posted on here, from what I can see. From what I can see, if I skip to the next, it's just the same ones. It's the same ones. So I'll link the Facebook group for you guys, though, if you do want to see it. Oh, okay. Wait. I see what you mean. Hold on. We're not going yet. Someone said, this is scary. I pray you didn't hurt this baby girl. Now, he types there. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Robin. Is that what you're talking about? He types, I definitely didn't hurt that baby. Anyone knows me knows I didn't, and my whereabouts was right there knocking on doors trying to find video footage. Yes, of course, I got took to the station and questioned all night, and I was let go because I didn't do anything but what I do on a regular basis. Oh, no. That doesn't sound right either. I wasn't doing anything but what I do on a regular basis. Oh, well, that's sounding pretty sus now, dude. Oh, my word. He actually types on here too. He's very vocal, huh? This guy's very vocal. He's like, no, I didn't hurt her, nothing. Oh, wow. Oh, here he is as well. What? Look at this guy. My gosh. They say Steven McDougal is not someone I'd want around my little girl. This man tried to S.A. me, R.I.P., right when I was 10 years old. He was a brother of my parents' friends. Yeah, this group has lots of things, okay? My word. I will link it for you so that you can also continue to read on there. I'm sure there'll be lots of information still posted here. I don't have any say about that, and my daughter has been kept from me by her father. I've had my life threatened instead of for trying to get anywhere near her. I was advised I needed to stay in my home because the dad had concerns. At first, I kidnapped my own daughter, and I have 2 sheriffs circling my home watching me as we speak. I don't have an option but to sit here like a useless POS waiting for information. Whoa. Shame, man. You guys, okay, we can go down this rabbit hole all night. I can see that. So I'm going to link this for you so that you can go and read more over there as well in case. Because, of course, take it with a pinch of salt because it's social media. But, I mean, shame. Coming directly from her mother, it's sounding very hectic, right? Jeep says both parents knew he was around that child. Now, I wonder if they knew about his past, about his, but I guess if we could look it up, then they could look it up. I get by everyone saying that. So the lesson would be look it up. If there's people just like living in your house, make sure you do some background checks if you can. Not all countries have those background checks. You guys in the USA, I like that about you a lot. That you can run these background checks on just about everyone, right? Okay. Yeah, Cape Breton drone pilot says, put him under the jail where he belongs. Wow, you guys. So I'll keep you posted. If it's just a short update, please make sure you check my YouTube shorts or my community tab. Because it depends how they're going to update us now and what happens next, right? If there's going to be a press conference or something, we can watch that together. If they're just going to put out a post or something, I'm going to share that on my community tab and my YouTube shorts, okay? So make sure that you are subscribed, notifications on, so you don't miss out on that. hopefully they'll have a press conference with more information for us so we can understand what happened here. And hopefully they can find Audrii, 11 years old. Wow. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you again very soon. Stay safe. And remember, if you're local, please check your ring cams. You might have evidence that could really help this investigation. Okay, bye.
A voice said, "Don't go."